to Crafty Creations by Annis. I am going to play today. I just got the new Tim Holtz ink prize ribbon collection. I actually pre-ordered it, not knowing what color was coming, and I pre-ordered it from Stamplistic. They have their own website, stamplistic.com, and you got a discount for pre-ordering an unknown color. I've never done that before, and yet my favorite color is blue. So how happy was I when I got this color? But it comes with a cute little pin too. However, I have never ordered all these products and really don't know how they all work, and that was kind of one of the reasons I wanted to do it, just to see what comes in one of his collections. I've used Distress ink, and that's really, and I have a couple of colors, and I really don't use them. I only use my brown for distressing edges. So I want to break out of that. I really am trying to use multimedia more, try and be brave. So it comes with the acrylic paint, distressing spray, Oxide, and the regular. Then it comes with a embossing powder, distress ink. I guess this is the, I don't know, I guess it's a refill, but it doesn't say refill. So I guess you can use it on its own. But again, who knows? And the Oxide. So I guess you can refill these or use them separately. But I wanted to see, the biggest thing I wanted to see is what is the difference between the Oxide and the regular. So of course I Googled it, and basically they're saying on a white they're exactly the same color, but on a brown, like a craft paper, they are different. So I am going to play with it and see. They say really, you know, once you start working with it is when you see a difference. So I want to see. I have the Vicky Bouton. Oh, come on. I should get my regular scissors. I have the Vicky Bouton multimedia white paper. So hopefully having a good back will help me with absorbency and all that good stuff. All right. And I am going to use the cover. I think I'm going to do some things with that. All right, how many pieces do I have here? All right, now I have 3 pieces out. I want 2. All right, this is the Tim Holtz Travel Mat. I like the small one because it's compact and it comes in a carry case, so it's just really easy. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I just put it out of the way, but I got it just in case, because if I get messy, I'll use that. It's really easy to clean. Okay, so I am planning to create organized mess. I do want to use these pages when I'm done. Hold on, let me just put you on a bit bigger angle. I do want to use what I've created when I'm finished with it. So I do want to kind of just play with it, but I also want to come up with something. So first of all, I'm going to grab my brushes. And let's see, I love these little brushes. I got these from my little scrapbook store. They're so pretty and cute. And I just want to see right off the bat if I put it on here. All right, so we'll have Oxide side and Distress side. Okay, so I guess I need a separate brush though. If not, I won't see the difference. So I have another brush on the same side. Okay, so this is the Distress ink. Very dry ink. And this is the Oxide. Definitely has more of a chalky, smooth feel. Where I put it down, well, let's see. Well, I guess this is the same. I guess it's really not. This definitely has. Let me show you. This one definitely has more of a chalky look to it, and this one is more of a pigment, smudgy. You can definitely see a difference in it. This is definitely, I think, would be easier to use for clouds, and definitely a difference. Okay. So I want to see, just having that there, if I just give it a spritz of water. Where's my water? Okay, so I got a watercolor brush and a watercolor spritzer. I want to see if I do anything to here, how easy does it move around. Here it really is easily moving around. It is not, see what here where I had too much, I'm able to completely blemish it out. Over here, same thing. It's actually more of a watercolor paint. You really see a difference. You see this? It's really kind of gives you that watercolor. Let me zoom in. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of really gives you a watercolor look, whereas this one does not. Interesting. So this is the Oxide again. All right, let me see if I do a little bit more. I want to try with the spray. Oxide. Definitely a different feel to it. Definitely completely different in nature. And then, oops, if I spray it, this is the Oxide. See how it run. Oops. Alright, let's see what happens with this one. Oh yeah, again, completely different. It's going to run, but it's completely different in how it's spread. Interesting. This one is really cool. And this one's great for just kind of moving. Interesting. Alright. I want to try some, try mushing some on there. So I'm going to do this one first. Be careful where I put them. So I'm gonna, well, that's a lot. I don't need that much. And then put some water on there. Oop, I need the sprayer. And you can see it's really just held its shape. We need more. I don't know, I've never done this. This is the first time I'm doing this. I've never done this smushing. It's pretty like that, isn't it? Never done it before. Smush, smush. Whoops, it's getting on the other one. See, this is not a fair study. Alright, that's that one. Now let me wipe this off. Let's try and get some of that off. Still not a fair study, I know. Then I'm going to put some of this on it. See, it's definitely a different, it's more chalky. Oops, that's a lot. That's way too much. I don't like people that know what they're doing with multimedia, like, oh my gosh, what is she doing? You see again, it's completely different what happens with it. Alright. Let's see what happens. Let's move you over here. I'm ready to smushy. Make a mess with this one, you know. I'm going to leave you here. I'll move this over here a little bit. Again, this is not a real science experiment. There is no balance to where I'm putting things. Ooh, look at that. Completely different. I'll use every little bit. I don't want that to look like that. That's kind of cool. Completely different. Wipe that off. Very, very cool. Try and get rid of... I've lost my spray. Uh-oh. Sorry, let me do that. The water's attacking my camera base. Alright, let me see. I'm going to try and get rid of this little straight line right there. I'm out of water. Let's use this one. I'm just going to kind of blend that in a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Completely different. I really am liking the Oxide. But I do like how this one, you see the purples. This one's drying. I don't know. This one's, yeah, I guess, yeah. That one's actually drying quicker. This is just more ink. It doesn't want to run. Anyway, it's going to run really fast when I get it to run. Completely different. I am liking the Oxide very, very much. Alright, let's try the spray. You gotta have patience. We don't let things dry. We just keep playing. Okay. I know. See this? Also, like, do shake, don't shake. Shake well before using directly on porous surface. Mix with water to blend. Apply additional layers for more saturation and color. Alright. So this is the Distress. And this is the Oxide. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it's not mixed. It's really light at the bottom. It's getting darker. Okay. I know, I should probably do this on a separate page so you can really see, but I'm just playing. Oh, I can't get into it. Where am I? Not scrapbooking scissors. You know, hair scissors really don't work for scrapbooking. I have these here in case, because my dog will always visit me here, and if she has a tangle or something, I can get to it right away. Because she has white cotton hair and she gets terrible tangles. Has to be an easier way. Probably says open here somewhere. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Whew. I don't know if I got a preference. Oh, I took the lid off too. Alright. So this is the Oxide. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at that. I love the milkiness of it. That's really pretty. And then, if I spray on top of that, I'm nearly out of water. Whoa. Hope if I spray in the right direction. I don't think I even need it. Of course I am really out of water. I kind of like how it is. I don't think I want to move it around. I love that. Then the Distress Spray. Hold on. Ugh. Now I'm eating plastic. It's just some thick plastic. Just so it doesn't leak in packaging. I'm gonna hurt myself trying to get it off. Can't be trusted with sharp objects. I'm just being lazy because I don't want to get all my tools out. Alright, I try to clear all the tools away so I can make a mess. Alright, so this is the Distress Spray. It already, ooh. Did I loosen it? Am I leaking now? No. It's a different liquid completely. It's more watery feeling. Oh, look. It's not as milky. This was definitely milky when I sprayed it, not so much now because I put water on top of it. Yeah, see? It's more of a milky, hazy. Oh, let me see that. And this is a very bright, vibrant color. Interesting. Okay. So that's the spray. Then we have acrylic paint. I should have opened all these beforehand, huh? Oh, let's see. Well, hey, if I hurt myself alive while I'm recording. Okay. This only one paint. I just realized I should probably have to shake it, and it does have like a ball in there. Alright, so being as this one has a little bit more white. Actually, where's my pad? Okay. There's no room for this anymore. I'm going to move the Oxide one out of the way. Alright. Come on. Oh, there's got a layer inside there. It does. Might help if you took that off. I'm not going to take it off, it's fine. Well, no, I better have, because if not, I'll end up making a big old mess of it. Alright, so this is the acrylic paint. Nice and liquidy. Also, it kind of has that color more like the Oxide. It's a little creamy. I have it under my nail. Okay. Let me move this over here. So, yeah, really nice smooth acrylic paint. And I think I'm just gonna, alright, come on, paintbrush. And then I'm going to, oops, you know what, hold on. Where is my Tim Holtz carry bag? Inside there is another small plastic sheet. I believe it's in there. Alright. I'm going to grab a piece of plastic and I'm going to smush it, whoa, so that it doesn't have those harsh edges. So it definitely gives you a completely different look Because look, you can see where I hit it with the brush. Yep, let's not get rid of that. Interesting. Just trying to fill in this white so this ink, smush it around. Yeah, so let's see what we can do over here. And we'll just make it darker to cover up the lines. Okay. We'll just put something else there. Oh, good. Alright. So, on top of this, let me just clean off this blue. Of course, now I'm like putting blue everywhere. Oh, I wonder how this runs. Oh, it runs good. Look. I should probably put it all along. So this is still the acrylic paint. Just trying to clean the brush. Where's my piece of plastic again? I'm going to end up blue all over, aren't I? Okay. Hot mess yet? Oh, and then we have the inks. Oh. Missing an element. So these, I guess, you can use as a refill ink. It doesn't actually say refill, but it's the same thing. And you could just... And it's this puddle of water right here. Oh, look at that. Look at the vibrancy in that. Oh, wow. That's pretty. That's really pretty. I'm going to do another one over here. Make another water puddle. And again, this one is the Distress. Look how cool that is. That's fun. So this you really, you know, you don't have the control like you do. Whoa, this one's a little more water. Can't control it as much as you can control the other, but how fun is that? One of these water droplets is going to get ahead of me. You see it? So cool. See if we can get any come down. I don't want it too far. That is really cool. So let's try that same thing with the Oxide. And you can see my Oxide sheet is really completely different. This is much darker. Trying to make sure this goes somewhere that's not going to run off. That would be messy. Alright, so I'm going to use the Oxide. And yeah, see, this does specifically say shake well before using. The other one doesn't. And this is drying a lot different. It's much lighter and chalkier. And so we'll see how this works. Alright, so I'm going to make a puddle. I'm going to put my puddle here. And then let's add a drop. You see, it's not swelling right away. It's actually contained in that water blob. It's a different, completely different animal. Can you see that? It's very chalky. It's like separating. Interesting. Completely different control. I mean, it could just be coincidental. I would say not. I would say it's the way it's controlling the water. Whoa, losing it. Alright, let's try it on this side. I'm going to try putting it along. Being as this one's working differently, the other one was more of a spread out all by itself. This one is not. So I'm going to try. Ah, there you go. Needed the water to travel, but completely different. Whoa. Yeah. Ah! This is not working the same. No. So everything else I liked the Oxide. I'm going to show you again just because it's so different. This one's really going to run if I'm going to put it somewhere flat. Okay. Alright, so we're back to the regular distressing ink, and I'm going to do it right here with this ugliness. So, no, it's not ugly, right? Make a bubble. This paper is slightly bent that way from the. Now look what happens. It's completely different than the other one. See? Isn't that cool? Well, I have another drop coming. I guess I have to let it go. Isn't that cool? It's a dye instead of. That is so cool. And look how it spreads completely differently. It's like sticking to the paper. Trying to cover up this messy blobby over here before I move it down. Well, see, look, it's completely different animal. I love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so distressing for the win when it comes to moving around on a page, because that just isn't as pretty. Alright, so I think we've tried everything. I am going to use some plastic to get rid of these lines, because we don't want it to look like that. Whoa, now we have lots of color. Lots and lots of color. And I'm like splashing it everywhere. I'm going to be covered in it. Oh, I don't like that. I really messed that up. Alright, I'm going to. This is Oxide. Gotta keep it straight. No, see, it's just adding more layers and layers. This is actually making multiple layers. This is just making everything wetter. Of course, I didn't let it dry. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna do some embossing on top. So I will come back once it's dry. All right, I'm back. I didn't leave it that long. You see this one is still wet. I was going to heat dry it, but then I thought I really like how it looks. I don't want to really push around the color anymore. I love how all the different, this is the regular distress. So it's like more pigment. I love how everything we did added another dimension. So everything is different. Where we sprayed it, it's all different and added different layers. Whereas the Oxide, I just kind of made a mess. Now I put everything on there. I really threw everything on the page. So it's kind of overdone. But you can still see the sprays clearly. You can still see it, but it definitely takes the water. So I'm going to use the embossing on top of this one because I really like this how it is. So I'm not going to do anything to that one. I'm going to do the embossing on this one. So I have this Vicki Boutin stencil. That one is from her color study collection, and that comes with, which other ones did I get with that one? Let's see, I got oh, I guess these two. Whoa. So it also came with this one and then this one. So this is from the Vicki Boutin color study. I'll leave a link. So I'm going to use this. use my Top Boss embossing powder. I haven't used this in many a moon, so I don't even know if my refill's good. I mean, look how how dry it is. I should probably let it soak in, but yeah, it's alright. Again, I like to play. I don't have a lot of patience. I just play. Alright. So, I don't want to do too much. I really want it to be random. So, I'm not going to tape this down. If I wanted a really clear image, I think I would be better off taping it. But I really just want sporadic. So, I'm really going to try. But I don't know. I haven't ever done this, so I don't know how it works. I don't know. I just inked this. We could have so much. It could be not funny. So we'll just see. We will see. Is it even getting through to the paper? I don't know. We have to smush it a little bit. Can't even tell. It's getting in there. Good thing it's wet. My mat is not on anything here. And then we're going to come over here and do one final. Smushing it definitely works better, but that's really a lot now. Alright, oh look. Now I made a mess. You know, let me just try and wipe that off the top. Seeing as this one's very water-based. Alright. Okie dokie. So now I have the embossing powder from this color line. Which was double wrapped. Which I guess because it's so fine. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump you. Alright. I have my ceiling fan on too. We'll have to see how this goes. Alright. So I'm going to try and just move it around. Let me get another piece of paper. Shake this onto. Oh wow, that was really good. So yeah, the ceiling fan is definitely catching it. You see that? That's really cool. Put this part on it and I'll go the other way. Sorry. Let's try and get over here. All right, I think that's everything. I appear to have it's really annoying doing that into the microphone. I'm sorry. Okay, let me put this back in the pot. It's a really pretty blue. Let me get this loose. Okay. Are you ready for some magic? Move this one out of the way. I like it. Let's see how it works. I will probably mute the video so you don't have to deal with this noise, okay? All right, it is done. For some reason it kind of timed out on me, my camera. I really, really love how it looks. It definitely added what was a page I probably wouldn't use, created something I definitely would use. Now you could definitely add some metallics to it, some different things, but I really just wanted to use those blues to see how they would layer up. And then this is the other page, which I like how it is, because again, you can see all the different layers. So I'm really happy with this one, and I'm really happy with this one. And yet they came out completely different. I am going to use them for a layout, so I'm going to stop the video and restart it using some of Vicki Wooten's Color Study products. So again, I just wanted to go over this page right here. It was done with the Oxide spray, and you can see yeah, you can see some of the spray throughout there. The Oxide where we tried to move it around and kind of just made a mess. I used the acrylic paint on this one. We used the ink pad, which I originally did with the water, and I also used the brush so we could see kind of how it moved around. And on this one I also I finished with the embossing powder. So this is all blue ribbon. On this one we did just the distress. So I have the distress ink, the distress water droplets, ink droplets with water, and the spray. So I love it. I love how it all came together, and I'm going to now create a layout. I hope that helped you if you haven't purchased the products, kind of gave you an idea of the difference. There's no upside or downside. I love how the oxides worked individually, and I think if I was going to watercolor or if I was doing any of the techniques individually, the Oxide is the way to go. For blending and just creating a background, I definitely think the distress with the strong pigment, the layering, and you can see how it's drying, it's literally causing darker and lighter spots. I really like the pigment ink for that. So that's it. Have a great day. Happy scrapping.